Lethal Weapon 3, and it looks like Home Alone 2 is well on its way to bringing in as many box office bucks as the film that inspired the sequel.
Excellent year. It started off looking like it wouldn't be such a great year. There was a lot of worry about the impact of the recession. And in fact, the movie industry has contracted this year. A lot of agents are out of work. Studios have cut back slightly on the pace at which they acquire movies and develop movies. And yet, when we get to the end of the year, there's a very good chance it'll be a record-breaking year.
Yeah.
Though Batman Returns grossed more than any other film in 1992, it clearly did not live up to the studio's expectations.
Maybe you should retire.
But there were some that did better than expected, including Beethoven, The Mighty Ducks, and A League of Their Own.
Bring me home, Helen, bring me home!
And while A League of Their Own hit a home run, Tom Selleck struck out as Mr. Baseball. Billy Crystal's Mr. Saturday Night laid an egg. And
no matter how busy a Saturday night in the video store, you can always find Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
That one never clicked.
And that also goes to prove a big name on the marquee doesn't necessarily cause long lines to form under it. Example, Jack Nicholson in Man Trouble, Dustin Hoffman in Hero, and Tom Cruise in Far and Away left many of us doing just that, staying far and away from theaters and at home watching television. The big story on the small screen this year was politics. The candidates all showed up where they'd never been seen before.
Even on MTV, the music generation getting into the political process, and to some extent, as bizarre as it was, Comedy Central, what they were doing, just opened it up and really got people tuned into the political process.
One place the candidates didn't appear was on the Larry Sanders Show. And it could be because it's a fictitious look at the cutthroat world of late-night gabfests. The HBO series starring Gary Shandling as Sanders also became one of the few TV highlights of the year.
I don't know the secret word and don't care.
Bill Cosby took his chance as the host of You Bet Your Life, a revival of the 1950s hit comedy/game show starring Groucho Marx.
Well, You Bet Your Life in syndication is a miss, and I wouldn't bet my life that it'd be back next year.
On the music scene, 1992 is the year that alternative music went mainstream.
Bands like, Nirvana and Pearl Jam, really just kind of put themselves on the map and really kind of set a new standard for what contemporary rock and roll is supposed to sound like.
And country music has found itself more popular than ever, and a lot of it can be credited to a guy named Garth Brooks. If tomorrow never comes.
Things like 4 albums in the top 20, sales of 30 million albums in the last, 3 or 4 years. These are Michael Jackson numbers.
Also red hot in 1992 were the Chili Peppers and Arrested Development. While Bruce Springsteen still packs them into the concert hall, his twin album release, Lucky Town and Human Touch, were a double disappointment.
What's going on over here, you guys, huh?
And one final footnote in the world of television. After 11 years as one of the best-rated shows ever, the folks at Cheers have decided to call it quits. It's certainly one of the hits that's gonna be missed. Bill Tush, CNN Entertainment News, New York.
Still to come, 1992's breakthrough stars. But first, the king of late-night TV vacates his throne, sending his successor into a free-for-all fight for the ratings. Sherry Sylvester will have that story next on the Entertainment Year in Review.
What are you staring at me like that for?
Don't go! Don't go! Don't go!
Welcome back to the Entertainment Year in Review. In the world of late-night television, Johnny Carson's retirement as host of The Tonight Show marked the end of an era. It also marked the beginning of a battle, as CNN's Sherry Sylvester reports.
As Bette Midler sang Johnny Carson into that good night, few knew much about the man they had let into their living rooms, their bedrooms, for 30 years. Ed McMahon remembers entering Johnny's dressing room on that very first night, October 1st, 1962.
I said, we go downstairs tonight. How do you see my role? He said, Ed, I don't know how I see my own role. Let's just go down and entertain the hell out of them.
Johnny Carson's heartbeat doubled each night just before his monologue. Doctors proved this years ago. Carson came alive when the red light came on, and if the audience was comfortable with him in their homes, he was truly at home in front of them.
Would you mind, just for a second, if I sat there just for a second?
I guess, sure.
The theme may very well have been Come On Home to NBC, but David Letterman was looking to set up stakes elsewhere. He accepted an offer from CBS to move to an 11:30 time slot on that network. NBC has 30 days to counter the offer and keep its late-night host.
Hello, Billy. Why, Billy Crystal is here. Boy, look how quickly they forget. Oh, look at, a guy from the movies is here.
I was just taping across the hall.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's Jay, right?
Yes, that Alan Hale.
As Jay Leno sat in the hot seat vacated by Johnny, Dave was reportedly cool to the fact that he had not been consulted about Carson's replacement. But Leno's opening night brought support from Carson's longtime producer, Freddie DeCordova.
Don't break either of those legs, but have a wonderful night.
In terms of nerves, I don't really think I'm nervous.
One down, thousands to go.
Give me a sec there. I'm just going to call my mom.
Okay.
I haven't yet mastered that Carson/Houdini-like ability to extricate myself from the bad joke.
Saturday Night Live favorite Dennis Miller rang in the new year with his own talk show.
I don't even want to win. It seems to me winning drives you mad. I'd like to stay on.
But Miller couldn't even manage that. Part of the problem, booking battles, as Leno's longtime manager turned executive producer Helen Kushnick strong-armed guests to keep them on The Tonight Show and away from the competition.
They're very tough people, The Tonight Show, and that's not why I'm off, but I'm not also going to, like, you people and tell you everything was candy and light.
I like Dennis. He should be staying, and punk-ass Leno should be going. Anyway.
Leno's bashing by Arsenio was supported by manager Ken Cragen, who painted an ugly picture of life behind Leno's curtains. NBC issued a statement supporting Leno but firing Kushnick. She has not consented to an on-camera interview with CNN, but she told USA Today that she was attacked simply because she is a woman.
Do I think she's gotten a bad rap? Yes, I think, and yes, she's gotten a bad rap.
Gary Shandling offered a behind-the-scenes parody of the late-night experience, as if we all hadn't already heard enough.
And there's only one talk show host, late night. That's Arsenio Hall.
While Arsenio was counting on magic, his ratings went down, Leno's went up. Whoopi Goldberg and Rush Limbaugh joined the fray. Chevy Chase is set to start talk show hosting next year. And while no one behind the scenes was looking, Ted Koppel beat them all with Nightline.
It's fun. I mean, with so many serious, horrible things in the news like AIDS and war and whatnot, people get a kick out of gossipy late night. Ooh, what's going to happen? Ooh, is this going to... No, it doesn't bother me. Not when you put it against all the serious things that are going on.
A perspective that echoes his predecessor.
Well, it's not all that important. It's just a television show. It's not, the Dead Sea Scrolls.
By year's end, the new group need take more cues from the man who began as the great Carsoni and could magically keep some things a mystery. Sherry Sylvester, CNN Entertainment News, Hollywood.
When the Entertainment Year in Review continues, 1992's breakthrough success stories, and later, a final tribute and goodbye to the stars who left us in 1992.
I feel that with what we had to work with, we did a wonderful job.